All right, y'all. So we got Mike Tyson talking about industry parties on this one. I don't know. They said it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? He talking about the motherfucker. Is Man, just look at the title, bro. We gonna get right into it. Just look at the title, man.
Buy our merch.
Awesome. I used to do all that stuff. I used to dream about doing that stuff. I used to always want to be like getting invited to a Mike Tyson, Eddie Murphy party. Cause
Oh my God.
y'all used to have the fly parties and I never was on the list. I'm still hot. I was like, yo, they got Bubble Hill. Eddie had Bubble Hill. I'll never forget this. I'm in Jersey and I'm keep hearing these little snippets because we ain't have no social media back then. I can't even make my life. I can't even say the things that was going on. Exactly. What? You don't know this era, bro? Where was you, like, 93, 90?
I was in that era. I mean, I heard. I mean, we can't talk about it.
Did you heard they can't talk about them secret industry parties?
The beauty that artists now will never know is that there was a code of ethics about privacy. We didn't have cell phones and stuff. And during the 90s, with the parties that I would go to, and I'm sure, Mike, you can attest to this, is like, you didn't have to worry about somebody filming you or, stories getting out. You missed it if you wasn't there. Wasn't nobody trying to take no pictures. It was just exclusive moments in the culture that feel like movies. Well, that's why we started attacking photographers because we weren't accustomed to that. Right. So a guy like us, right? A camera is like somebody putting a gun on someone else. Absolutely, absolutely. Wow. Yeah, that's true talk. I never thought of it like that. Yeah, because the cameras wasn't allowed back then. You could just party. You had to go downstairs and pay a guy to take a picture. But yeah, you had to pay. Now they doing it his own. Now this in the bushes. He got the long lens. He you from like 8 blocks away like a sniper. Remember we used to pay him to take pictures of us on the wall. Get me right here in front of the tunnel, or what was the other spot we used to like? Nails. Nails. I got kicked out of Nails. Nails on any given night, you could see.
Wednesdays was lit.
Nails was crazy in New York. You would see, I remember going there one night, I saw like, whether I would see Eddie or Spike. Malcolm Forbes there, I used to see that.
I remember Jessica Rosenblum, she did like the...
I wonder what they was doing in them parties, cuz.
Yeah, because they talking real slick and secret. Like,
yeah.
They got no cameras, they ain't got no phones. I mean, I think you be talking about random stuff back in the 90s or whatever, but the way they're talking, it really sounds real sketchy like.
What's up? I don't know. I ain't hear like nothing too spicy, too saucy, but we gonna continue this shit. See what the fuck they talking.
Front, and she didn't let people in. Everybody hated her.
Oh, that's my bitch. Jessica was good. Yo, she used to act up sometimes. Jessica's good people. Jessica's good people. Bell.
She let you in, Mike, man.
Jessica's good people. You never had no problem. No, Jessica gave me a hard time at the beginning. Mike, you was famous. Mike, you was already famous, man. What about people trying to...
Hold on, bro. Did you see this picture up here? This picture right here looks spicy than a saucy.
Eddie Murphy always gave me like real...
Arriba! Saucy. Yeah, they definitely got a little... Hey, but don't get me wrong. I ain't got nothing... I ain't got no animosity toward the LGBT community, you know what I'm saying? I actually got friends that's, you know what I'm saying, in that community. So, but they trying to act like they not saucy.
I love Jenna. Mike never had the problems I had. Like, I used to be like, Jen, you know how sometimes you like, did she see me? Jen. She's like, I see you, Bill. Come on, Michael. Like, God damn, I gotta get more famous. Everyone you start with in life, you don't finish with. Facts. Isn't that something? It's scary. Let's play one moment you'll die for one another, then your money get involved, fame get involved, chicks get involved, and now we're different people. Facts. We're different people now. That our relationship is funny now. Well, money changes everything. It's like,
Huh?
I mean, he's not wrong. When money gets involved, women get involved, other people, higher ups get involved, it changes you. Now it can mean that in 2 ways.
Right, that's what I was like, man.
You could be like, getting to a place where you can't really take nobody, or you have to start thinking about the next step because you fall back, you're gonna fall on your ass, and then it's over with. Or it could be like some, you know, deep dark underground ruler type of, So,
Where I'm from, let's
It's
say,
really feelings, it's emotion that changes everything.
you think?
Yeah, once the money affects the emotion.
Like I always felt like I wanted to be a star. I didn't know what that would mean. Like Mike said, he was like, "Yo, man, you don't know where your skills gonna take you, right?" I'm in St. Bart's. I'm partying on yachts with some of the richest people and the most beautiful women.
You have to lose yourself, and able to find it. If you don't lose it, you can never find it.
I never thought of it like that. I was always fearful that. The good thing was I always felt like I grew up as a civilian first, right? And then became famous because I always felt like I had a little more of a foundation. So when I took off, I had, I had some rules. Like I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was back in the day when Cass was getting high and doing wild stuff. We was having Madden.
I'm scared to talk about this stuff.
No, but get back to, let's go about industry. Our industry was crazy, but you gotta understand.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're scared to talk about the wicked Hollywood parties. Sleeping with Diddy. You remember, Mike?
And hopefully Puffy helped me out,
That's
funny that.
Thank God I'm alive,
really
but here you
pulling his head
go.
over to-
Think about in the 90s, right? 91, 92. If you got famous then, it was like the light turned on green. It was like, boom, right?
It was crazy. Like if you were in a music video, you're like, out of here.
Out of here.
If you were in a Biggie video,
Listen, in the 80s, right, people understand, the 80s were magic. It was just magic. We were doing things no one that was in our position ever did before.
So y'all broke in, y'all knocked the door down, basically.
We started making the money.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in the game yet in the 80s. I just was too young and not even thinking about it at that time. But when I came in the 90s, to me, why my era was so big was that the door opened up for black people, black artists, like it was almost like they took a chance, or the business or the music business was like, yo, we gonna play all the music, whatever y'all got.
We'll take the risk.
We'll take the risk. So we wasn't just doing rock stars. So now you got cats like Diddy, you got Jay coming up, you got Destiny's Child, then you got Kurt Cobain and those cats, and everybody's in the same parties now. Mike is at the same party. He's at the Grammy party with us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me educate you on that black term.
The most offensive thing somebody could tell me is that I'm black. And African people come from Africa. So Chinese people come from China. Ain't no continent called black.
You right about that, Kinga.
Exactly. They know what they be doing when they be using terms and shit like that, bro.
I love Tyson's bald head.
Milk dud. Two big giant milk duds.
Like the dopest was you never was like, I'm Mike Tyson and you hung out only in Bel Air. Like Mike was with us. Like Mike was in the club. Yeah. He had the bodega.
He was at the tunnel. Like,
I always loved that about you, like that you could be a man amongst your people.
But listen, that wasn't what it was all about. No, it's just that, see, people know what they don't understand. I mean, the people that are, I guess, fans or people that just want to get to know you, is that I don't want to hang around dope dealers. I don't want people to think I'm tough. These people lived in my building when I was a little kid. These people hung out with me. It's not like I met these guys, hey, man, I want to be down with your guys. They knew my mother. I knew their mothers. It's just...
These are your friends, yeah.
They went that way. I used to be always locked up in juvenile, but I went this way and they went that way. I became famous and big time. What I did, they became famous and big time for what they did.
Correct.
But we always friends. Every time we go out, it's chill. They have their own money. You don't have to worry about that. Let's leave the country. It was just what it was.
I believe that I got an opportunity. I think all of us sitting in here, we had an opportunity to experience life in a way that most people can't even imagine, because you can't, it's called right place, right time.
Especially coming up when hip hop was like in a virgin state. So we came in the 80s and 90s. So we were.
Oh, y'all should have saw the Concorde
That's what I'm
airplane.
saying.
You didn't know the airplane back in the Concorde?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard about it. I never went on the Concorde. I heard
Everybody
it was
wanted to get on that
It
shit.
was like 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours to
Paris.
Europe or something.
it used to like,
I heard about that Concorde. They was doing a lot of industry like type of stuff on a little boat rides, yacht, whatever you want to call it. Jay-Z, all them.
they said it
Break
used
the
to rock
sign.
all the queens like when it took off.
Didn't Jay-Z get on there? Jay-Z.
I never had a chance to get
always
on.
rode that to England. I used to go there, chill out, see my girlfriend, and fly back. I used to just do all that stuff. Yeah, it was
Y'all
the
been hard to
Palladium,
get in,
right?
man.
It was this guy named Howie. He never let me in. He
Yeah.
always let these guys with the green hair and all that stuff in.
Right.
And then one day I came with Michael Anthony Hall. He was the hot guy back then,
Right.
16 candles and all that stuff. He walked in.
Pause. He said he was the hot guy back then. Who says that?
Just like that. This
Yo,
guy.
he flipped everything different.
They gonna yellow mark our ass.
And so from now on, I just walk through to, hey, Howie, how you doing?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, please.
I got a great question. When you were like, just say for instance, when you became, Mike Tyson, like we were, looking at you, admiring you and stuff like that. What was it like to have all that media? Remember, all that media was coming at you and in your face, and it seemed like you was shy at that time to me.
It was difficult at first.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a glutton for punishment, but those checks been kicking those reporters' ass, just killing me. So, so I learned how to accept it, and I realized this is part of the job. It goes with the job. Being nice to people, signing autographs, taking pictures.
Cause I was like, dog, man, they ain't giving him no break. You be coming out the club. This is when the guys were waiting, but it was outside though.
Oh, yeah, the pop.
So as soon as you come out the
Yeah.
club,
It was insane back then. It's funny how the photos was like the way that was the social media back then.
that
All
was
the
social
rumors,
media.
you
That was
cheating
the
or whatever.
only
Holy
way.
shit.
Now, people will film you if you take a nap. Like if you got a little slob on your mouth on the plane, somebody done filmed it and you went viral. You wake up, you're like, damn, I should have wiped my mouth. Is it overwhelming to you? Like,
Yeah, it was really overwhelming. I expected, I anticipated, but it was more than I can anticipate at that time.
right. So the money and the women and the fastness of it all was just bananas.
Listen, man, I was just a kid. This is something.
Bro, how is this dude so old and his hairline about straighter than a mother? Skooka? He got that Steve Harvey joint. His stuff gotta be fake. Dude like 50. Am I right or wrong?
Nah, you right.
He was in How to Be a Player.
I lick Tyson's nose.
You gonna get his yellow mark.
I wanted, but I never, listen. You could be a kid, especially from where we come from,
Right.
and your ability is so magnificent, it puts you in a position with people that you can't even comprehend.
Facts.
Just from your skill and your ability, but to meet them, you couldn't even comprehend their lifestyle, their way of talking. It just blows your mind where your skills can get you.
Yeah, there's a saying that your gift will make room for you at the table.
Mm-hmm.
We're kings, and my daughter read that to me in the Bible, but we can die though. She said, we're gods that can die. That's killing me, because I always liked the word, but it's gone now.
Me and my kingers are proud of you, Mike. You finally listened to me. After I told you in my last video to use that word kinga, I created that word kinga, which means we all people are descendant of righteous kings like God, with a good heart to help each other, to replace it with that negative word so we finally have a positive connotation.
Alright, so that's it, y'all. What I can get out of that was, bro, that man, all them low-key was on them little industry parties on that boat and in other parties, and they doing some weird stuff, and they didn't want nobody to know, so they secretly saying shit and just trying to get around it.
It could be. I mean, again, you could take this in two ways. You could take it like you were saying, like, if fame kind of changes you and parties,
Right.
can't really,
Right.
the media be everywhere, and it was different back in the day. So, man.
Right. Yeah. They was just a little secretive on some of the stuff they were saying. That's it.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? But I feel like he stretched the fact of what he was trying to get at with the title and stuff. So it's kind of a clickbait, but at the same time, it's a little something there. All right, y'all. Hey, like, subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you leave a comment. I want to see what y'all thinking about that, man. I know y'all know what